Alright guys, so Friday after work, I'm gonna start vlogging a little bit more for you guys. Just the fact that just trying to get more footage out there, trying to get more videos up, you know what I mean? So just got out of work, it's raining out, it's shitty. But yeah, we got a couple parts in this week. So I got a plate from Level Ride Concepts to actually be able to place the handbrake around where the shifter is. So it's basically like a shifting bracket for the handbrake. But yeah, so that's basically what I got in this week thus far. Still waiting on that dual rear caliper setup. But yeah, so no, I mean, we're just chilling. Everything's been going pretty well so far. It's been pretty good the last couple weeks. I mean, with at least the car. There's 2 events this weekend. There's one in Rhode Island. It's actually to raise money for autism awareness, which I would love to go, but just my time right now, I don't have the time. And I really don't want to actually go to another event without having that that handbrake set up. But I might anyways, I don't know. But yeah, we're definitely not going to any events this weekend. There's 2 this weekend, and there's a car show, so I might just go to the car show. But I know that there's an event on Friday at Lebanon Valley in New York. That's their first event this year. And then, like I said, the one in Rhode Island for the autism awareness. But yeah, so we're not really doing anything this weekend major. It's pretty crappy out too. It's been raining, and it says it's going to rain all weekend, so which stinks. But I don't know, maybe we'll get a canopy or something and hook up a canopy, get the car in there and kind of just chill and, yeah, I mean, do our thing, whatever. But yeah, so I mean, that's what we're up to right now. So, you gotta like to see. Pretty pumped, got it in. I'll open it up and show you guys what's up. I got this from Level Ride Concepts. So, this is basically what they packed in here for me. That's that. Basically hooked me up with mad stickers. Pretty pumped about it. And then I got my Hydro E-brake plate here, if I can open it. So now basically what this is this sits, so where my shifter in the boot and everything sits right in the middle here. So this actually sits and bolts right into the bolts that were already, like the bolt holes are already in the tranny tunnel. And then the Hydro E-brake sits here. So all I need to do is basically drill the holes where I want, how I want it sit, like when I can rotate it and such. And then put it in and bang, this bolts right in. I don't have to weld anything. So Level Ride Concepts, they have these online. I'm going to put a link in the description. But I think they had them online for $34.99. But yeah, this is sweet. Makes my life 5 times easier. I was actually getting a hold of a few of my friends, and I was like, listen, like, can you guys weld basically like just this piece for me to a tranny tunnel? I'd have to get the car there, they'd have to weld it, they'd have to hold the car, and then obviously like a bunch of crap. But this makes things so much easier now. All I have to do is just throw it in the whip, screw it in, drill where I want them, and then that's it. So pretty sweet. Thanks Level Ride Concepts, stoked about it. Can't wait to rep you on the car too. So awesome. Awesome customer service. I called him, and then he was busy driving or whatnot, and then yeah, so he just texted me right away. He was like, "Hey, I'm driving right now. Like, what are you looking for? This and that." And I told him, and got it in 2 days. So thanks, guys. Make sure Level Ride Concepts. They have a lot of stuff on their website. Definitely check them out. But yeah, so that's that. So I'll get some footage pretty soon, putting that in, and then yeah, we'll have it all set up basically, except for the lines and the rear caliper setup. But pretty stoked about it. Okay, guys, so got to the car. Getting on here. So the part from Level Ride that I got is right here in my hand. And basically, what it does is it sits over this like so. It'll sit like this, and then this is where the hydro brake will go. So now all I got to do is practically just put this down, size it up, measure it up, see where those bolt holes go, and then yeah, from there it's pretty simple. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna see how this goes. I don't think it goes here. I'm pretty sure how they had on the website is it actually goes like this. So I'm gonna test fit it and everything, and then keep you guys updated on everything. All right, guys. So okay. So this is the Level Ride Nissan 300ZX adapter plate for a Hydro e-brake. So with the Hydro e-brake, what we want to do is practically have this sit on this like this. So if I'm standing straight, if that's the shifter coming out of the middle of the car right here. So I have the e-brake set up like this, or the handbrake like this, and then our shifter would be up here through the middle. So now these holes don't match up with these holes. That's the first thing. Second thing, this piece you need due to the fact that the shifter in general needs this little bracket right here, because there's a little basically screw piece that comes up through that hole and holds the shifter in place so it's not loosey-goosey flobbling all over the place, and there's a bolt, it bolts it down to that. So we need this piece. So now the issue is that if I try to fit this over this, it doesn't fit. So I'll show you guys right now. So this is how that would be in the car. There's no way. No way that this is gonna fit. So, and just so if you guys wanted to see, still no physical possible way. So now I'm thinking, since we definitely need this, because we need to screw this into that, and this we need because we need the shifter to stay in place, what we would need to do is this. So practically something like this. It's not going to sit level due to the fact that the shifting bracket hangs low, but basically this is what we need to do. Which, I mean, it's not that big of a deal now. So now all we got to do is screw a hole here to bolt it down, screw a hole here to bolt it down, screw a hole here to bolt it down, and screw a hole here to bolt it down. At least like to get these two together. Now, the issue is that this thing has a ledge. Right here. You guys can see the ledge. So now, if I want to have the handbrake, so if I had it like this, it would be an issue, because when I'm pulling, it's pulling kind of towards, like away from my body, towards like the passenger side that way. Going that way. So that's why I have it rotated a bit like this, so I'm actually pulling it towards me. It's not in the way of the shifter at all, because we already checked that, but now it's rocking on that piece. So I basically, what I'm going to do is cut this or flatten this out. I'm thinking of cutting it just so it's totally even, and so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to still look over everything right now. Alright guys, so I marked it, as you can see, kind of like with the marker, it's kind of rough, but that's how I marked it. That's how I'm going to cut it, so I'll be able to put the hydro brake there without actually fully messing up the whole plate. So that's what I'm going to try right now, and obviously I might have to jimmy it around a little bit, but that's what we're going to do right now. basically that's what you got to do. Obviously I could have cut it like closer or whatnot, but that was my first time ever like cutting like that. But so practically this stays in the same like area. These will all bolt into the same holes, and now this fits on with this and on with that. So I'm gonna bolt this. I gotta drill the holes. I gotta bolt this to this. Then from that, I'm gonna bolt basically this piece, the hydro bracket, to the shifter bracket. I'm gonna bolt those two down in the 4 holes that are already drilled in there, and there we go. So all set. So on my way to Walmart right now, since everything else is closed. It's about 9:30. I gotta get some extra spray paint because I'm basically gonna spray paint those parts to make them match a bit, so they don't stand out and look that dumb. So all right guys, so got the 2 pieces. So level ride hydro e-brake mount, and then the regular shifting mount. Looks freaking sweet. I did 2 coats of primer, 2 coats of primer, and then 4 coats of paint on each, and it looks pretty freaking good. So it's just gonna dry overnight, then this bad boy will be attached. It's gonna sit right there with that, and it's gonna be bolted in there. And I drilled in the holes right here. So there's 1 hole, there's another hole, there's another hole, and there's the other hole. And those are the 4 that match up with that. So let that dry overnight, and then I'll catch up with you guys in the morning. Okay guys, so the morning after I let all the paint dry, so basically what I'm doing now is, as you can see, I'm basically mocking up the setup. It actually looks freaking awesome. So this is the shifting bracket, and then the level ride hydro bracket is actually under this bracket. As you can see, it's right there. So I just marked where I basically need to put my holes. So it's gonna be 1 right there, 1 right there, and 1 right there. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to bolt this into that first, and then I have some self-tapping screws that are going to go into here, 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 and here, and those are going to screw this plate into the tranny tunnel, and then I'm going to use the regular OEM bolts to put them here, 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 and here. So that's what I'm doing right now. Alright guys, so back into installing the Hydro e-brake or Hydro Handbrake. So basically what I did is the plate from Level Ride Concepts right here, I just painted it. I'm putting all this together. There's 4 holes that came in the plate. Basically those 4 holes don't line up with any of these. So what I did is I self-tapped a hole here, self-tapped a hole here, self-tapped a hole here. There's 1 here, but it's kind of tough due to the shifting bracket, which you need, because with the shifting bracket, this needs to come up, and then this screws to the shifting bracket to keep this up off the drive shaft. So it's kind of tough to screw it in there, so I only did 3. But then also the shifting bracket here screws in here, 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 and here, as the OEM setup does. So basically this will be locked in under this, under that shifting bracket. So you guys will see that, but I'm putting that in now. So this is how you do it. So basically the plate comes just how you saw it before, no holes in it. So you just have to drill 3 holes in, or 4 holes in, which I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Drilled them in, and yeah, that's about it. And then I just went to like the local hardware store and got Allen key bolts here. So this one, the second one, we had to shave down a little bit because the head was a little too tall for this, so we just shaved it down. Now it's good. And then going on from there, this second hole, I don't think we're gonna be able to put a bolt in due to the fact that I had to drill a hole here for the back one. So this back screw right here, I had to drill this hole into the tranny tunnel so it could go through and bolt here, because it's too close to this. So when it doesn't hang, when it hangs off, it's not like free enough to be able to bolt it under it. So we had to drill through here. The second one, actually the bolt is kind of against, as you can see, the threads. It's against the tranny tunnel, so you won't be able to put a bolt there. And then the front two, how I have it angled, just hang off the side, so then you can just bolt them like so. And then this one, as I push the bolt through, it's gonna go through the tranny tunnel. I'm gonna bolt it through the tranny tunnel. So that's what I'm about to do right now for you guys. So here's this. Yeah. All right, guys. So now the shifter plate we just put on. Basically, all we did is you put the shifter plate over this. You're gonna have to cut it a little bit, as I did here. I used a Dremel, cut that off so this would fit, and then put the shifter plate above this. Put this bolt and this washer on here because that's what the shifter, so it holds it off the drive shaft, and then just place your self-tapping screws in the screws that you're in the screw holes that you already drilled through, and then from there put those 4 OEM bolts in the 4 holes, and then there's your hydro setup. So that's what we're doing right now. Alright guys, so this is how it looks. This is the finished project basically, and then I'll put the boot and the shifter on, but all the bolts are in and that's how it looks, and it's sturdy as ain't gonna go nowhere. So that's how it looks.